Hello guys. Welcome to Diablo the Primordial. This video is the continuation video after 5th True Dragon. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. And please check out my second channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensura. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates. The last thing I heard was CL's amazing voice before I confirmed that the connection with the orb had been cut. I could recover relatively easy from the sleep mode this time. Or rather, it would be more accurate to say that the connection to my clone was cut. My main body was still hiding in imaginary space. Even if one of my parallel existences spent too much power, it turned out that there was no effect on the main body. I guess I could say that we had carried out an unplanned experiment this time. In truth, the main body wasn't affected only because Seal had cut off the connection. She really is a reliable partner. So, it was normal that I woke up so quickly. I just have to reconnect with the orb once more. I was being carried to the control room when I woke up. It seemed everyone had promptly escaped from the subspace. I guess that's expected since there's no more business there. Thanks to my energy being deprived by Gaia, my presence was faint. I figured that it would be fine since I didn't need to worry about Velda noticing me like this. My main body was recovering energy in imaginary space. It felt really weird having two consciousnesses at the same time. Well, I had to start getting used to it. After all, it was very convenient. And even if Velda had tried to seal the labyrinth when he noticed my presence, I could now grasp Velda's present position with my real body and multiple parallel existence. Being able to be in two places at once is more convenient than I imagined. I didn't think I really had to worry about being discovered, but I preferred to avoid trouble as much as possible. I didn't want to alert Velda of my presence yet, since I wanted to catch him off guard when I took action. For better or worse, the clone I was possessing through the orb had an energy level close to that of a human, since the majority of its strength hadn't recovered yet. I decided to make use of this state and let the connection of the energy with my main body remain blocked. The clone could also recover its energy naturally, but I also suppressed that. With this, I can appear in front of everyone without worries. Gaia was laying on top of my stomach. He should have grown with an elongated large body about 20 meters long, but it seems he had reverted to his 50 centimeters long Minodora form now. Apparently, he still can't humanize, so he reverted to his previous form. It was really interesting to see whether he would become a male or a female. However, I figured it would take a while for that to be shown. It seemed I woke up right when I was about to be laid down on a chair. "Rimuru-sama, you have woken up?" Noticing my movement, Diablo asks me reverently. I nod and answer him with, "Yeah." And then, I received an explanation about what happened while I was unconscious. Several things had occurred after I went to sleep mode. First off, something happened to Gaia. When I named him Velgaia, his power stabilized into a true dragon class and he awakened a fearsome ability. Inherent skill all creation embodiment. This is a special skill that combines arms creation and material transformation that the demons use. However, its scale and quality are on a different level. It is an outrageous ability comparable with Ramirez's labyrinth creation. After all, it can be said that it has an incredible power that makes Gaia capable of reproducing things from memory. As an example, it seems that he can recreate 75 floors of the labyrinth that should have been eaten by Zero. Such a thing is impossible even for Veldora-san, who is his older brother. Gaia may be better than his older brother. Well, although his maximum energy is no match against the other true dragons, he's still a child. I think a lot can be expected from him in the future. By the way, Gaia's buddies, our avatars, were also amazing. From the story I heard from Zijin, the avatars, which had switched to auto mode, were wandering around the labyrinth and they even attacked Zijin following their instinct. They became a party of 5 with Gaia joining. It seemed they were able to defeat Gozer and Mezer and their character became very aggressive. Nevertheless, what were they thinking that make them attacking Zijin? It doesn't make sense that they were that foolish that they didn't notice how strong the opponent was. No. Did they attack him because they knew he was a strong opponent? I don't think they are that aggressive, but even getting defeated can give you experiences. That's why you may be able to see it as an intentional challenge. It isn't strange of me to think that they are following our personalities as their hosts. Milam, Veldora, and Ramirez can only be said as a very aggressive bunch. Although, it seems unbelievable seeing how much of a pacifist I typically am. The first attack came from Rimuru-sama's avatar, the ghost. Immediately after the smokescreen from the flames there was a strike from the ceiling by the slime. As I flinched, Gaia increased the gravity and the skeleton and the living armor launched their rush attack. Their coordination was splendid. Zijin praised them by saying these words. I am shocked to hear how hyper my avatar's personality was. Or rather, I'm surprised that they became strong enough to earn Zijin's praise. Well, it seems it was a difficult fight because Zijin was careful to not destroy our avatars. Ramirez and the others gleefully said, naturally. Oh well, it was only Ramirez who was so excited when we were using the avatars, so it might not be surprising if her memory had taken them over. Because guessing from how Ramirez's personality is, they probably lost their self-control. She's too pitiful for me to throw out a Tsukomi. Anyway, I felt they were praiseworthy enough to make Zijin impressed. With Gaia restoring the labyrinth inside is switching back to its normal mode. Everyone who was evacuated is preparing to return to their respective floor. Although the battle zone was desolated, Ramirez could restore them. So much from the so-called invasion, the damage was negligible. It's a total victory for the labyrinth defense team. But this isn't the end. There is still 600,000 personnel from the Angel Army waiting in the sky. The discussion they had until I woke up was, who will go to intercept the angels in the sky? Since everyone is so motivated, there seems to have been no conclusions for who will go. It made me realize again that we are full of battle maniacs. When I asked Benimaru, he seems to have taken countermeasures for the time being. As he didn't know how the interception inside the labyrinth would end up, he had prepared ambush troops. It seems the plan was to wait for Kumara's return and then have her and her subordinates who are hiding in the forest to attack together. But, because things have progressed better than he expected, the remaining hot-blooded people made a fuss. Their leader was Apito. She looks unsatisfied because she stopped in the middle of tormenting Dino. In the end, it was decided that Apito will be the one who will head out. This was all what they had decided before I woke up. The meeting continued and the decision was left up to me. There were a lot of other people who wished to participate too. Trainee, the Dryad, and her sisters who are entrusted with the labyrinth management, and the hundreds of Treants, whom I gave temporary bodies with cultured magic dolls, are eager to fight. The labyrinth has become a sanctuary for them. They think of opposing those who invade it. Especially, since they were taking a break from their works as the adventurers' acceptance is suspended currently and they have to stay confined in the city inside the labyrinth. In short, they have too much spare time. As they are A-rank Majin class full of motivation, there's no need to pour cold water onto their burning spirit. I listened to their complaints and accepted their participation in the counterattack strategy. By the way, although Ramirez had accepted the matter easily, their most important concern was about repairing their body. There are some oppositions by reasoning that it will be inexcusable if the body that I made for them is damaged. I just need to make them a new one if that happens. On the contrary, fighting forces that are not afraid of death is valuable, so I gladly accepted their proposal. Then, I see the 4 Dragon Kings standing to protect Ramirez. We also wanted to rampage, but we had to prioritize protecting Ramirez. I could read such intention from their expressions. While I'm smile wryly, I called out them. You guys want to go too, right? But, we are. I'll appoint Zijin to guard Ramirez, there's Benimaru here too. Go rampage as you guys want. You guys don't have many chances to fight seriously after all. You're fine with that, right, Ramirez? It's fine. You guys should go. But, as my subordinates, I won't forgive you if you guys lose. Ramirez glanced and easily gave her permission to the Dragon Kings who are looking at her. In a few words, the participation of the 4 Dragon Kings was decided. In the end, the Dragon Strike Corps is led by the 4 Dragon Kings. The Demonic Beast Corps is led by Empress Kumara and her subordinates, her 8 pets. Queen Apito produced the 3 Demon Insect Generals. Each of them makes up the top 4 of the Demon Insect Corps. These are the Angels Interception Force. Moreover, there are also the A-rank Dryads and Treants who are acting separately. As the Demon Insect Corps was just formed, their numbers were few. However, the 3 Demon Insect Generals, Spider, Mantis, and Butterfly, seem to be strong corps commanders who not only have the ability to regulate command but also possess considerable fighting prowess. Moreover, these 3 generals, whom Apito brought forth, produced their own soldiers. Although, for the time being, their ability seems to be creating only low-class soldier. It's a ruthless, unfeeling army, just like the insects they are. Apito looks pretty emotionless herself, but it would be rude to say it. Because they are soldiers created from her ability, it compensated their low numbers to some extent. It was decided that all of the powerful forces from the 70th floor and below will participate in the battle this time. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my earlier videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And please check out my other channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensura. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.